Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. This is the January 15th edition of the Carolina Weather Video here. And we had a pretty nice day yesterday for Thursday. A lot of mild conditions, 50s for highs in most sections, and even a little milder coming up today. I think a little more sunshine, not as many of those high-level clouds that we saw yesterday. And we'll see upper 50s, even some lower 60s in some spots for high temperatures this afternoon. Temperatures this morning still relatively chilly. We have a lot of sub-freezing temperatures across the region. But you can really sort of pick out that milder air that continues to move on in. You have a tongue of 40s and 50s all the way up to the eastern Great Lakes this morning, or at least 40s up trying to make it to the Ohio Valley. Temperatures greater than 35 degrees or so up into the eastern Great Lakes. Our pocket of sub-freezing temperatures here. Overall, a much milder pattern settling into the eastern United States. And here comes our next storm system. Rain really breaking out into Texas this morning. And what we'll see happen is as an area of low pressure continues to develop down that way, the radar will really blossom down in the Gulf. And then that rain will lift off to the north and east as we head on into the upcoming weekend. Cloud cover, not a lot of cloud cover left over our area, and I think we'll see a good bit of sunshine, although we could see some cirrus clouds at times today, but then the clouds thicken up tomorrow. The rain settles in by tomorrow night. So let's go to the modeling. This is the 6Z run of the GFS. We're looking at 1 o'clock this Friday afternoon here, and things pretty quiet over our area, upper 50s to low 60s, lots of sunshine, the rain taking shape off to our southwest. Let's go forward 24 hours. This is 1 o'clock. Tomorrow afternoon, Saturday afternoon, at area of low pressure centered a little south of Biloxi and Mobile, and the clouds will be thickening throughout the day tomorrow. But if you have outdoor plans for your Saturday, I think the daylight hours will probably be able to squeeze in as dry. But by Saturday night, certainly the rain will settle on in. This is 1 a.m. Sunday. The rain rolls on in, and it's going to be pretty steady rain as well. Now, in terms of thunderstorm activity, Charlotte and the Triad probably won't have to worry about any of that. But say from especially Interstate 95 and points south and east, could be some rumbles of thunder. This really isn't a severe weather event, but some rumbles of thunder certainly are possible. Let's go on out to 7 a.m. Sunday. That low pressure wrapping up to around Chattanooga. And again, notice the warmer air pushing into the eastern part of the state. That could support some of those thunderstorms. And it looks like a pretty good rain event. The heavier rain at least, pulls away Sunday morning, but you still have the upper level energy to ripple through. So at least some showers possible at times as Sunday unfolds. When it is all totaled up, I still think this is a widespread 1 to 2 inch rain event. Some localized spots could pick up greater than 2 inches, but this still looks like a soaking rain for the entire region. Now, let me go back to that previous chart for one more second. Still, as a upper level disturbance cruises overhead Sunday, I think it's still possible there could be some a little bit of snow on the back end of this up in the mountains, but that doesn't look like a terrifically huge ordeal, and certainly outside of the highest mountain elevations, this is an all rain event, and it could even be a struggle to get the higher elevations of the mountains to kick over to snow. But either way you look at it, mainly a rain event for the region. But this is an active storm track we're in. Notice already here, this is Monday, while we're enjoying quiet weather here, there's the next system swinging into the west coast. And by Tuesday, you notice that energy trying to escape out into the plain states. Wednesday, the moisture getting much closer, rain breaking out in the lower Mississippi Valley. And notice here on the GFS, it is wanting to indicate an area of high pressure up in southeastern Canada in a position that will try to wedge down the eastern side of the mountains. Now, from here on out, this is back to the 0Z run, and the 0Z run actually indicated on the GFS a winter weather potential coming up by Thursday night. Area of low pressure cranking not far from Wilmington, colder air aloft pouring in, and that's a rain changing to snow scenario being indicated Thursday night on the 0Z GFS. But at roughly the same time, this was the 0Z European that surfaced low much farther to the north and west, and the European ensembles agreed generally with that scenario. So does the Canadian model. So again, just like I mentioned on the video yesterday, I think we'll have to watch for any type of cold air damming or winter weather potential later on next week, but I think most likely the GFS is probably a little too far south with the features next week. So we'll watch that, but I still lean for the next 10 days or so at mainly being rain events with these systems as they pull through. But I continue to see signs that we're going to try to switch back to a colder pattern. This mainly notice the European. This is the day 7 to 10 mean, or the average of the upper air chart. And notice that ridging making it into western Canada and active southern branch beneath it. And that sure looks like it's going to want to try to push cold air back to the south. And notice, even though the GFS doesn't really plunge the cold air in here on the 0Z run, you have another storm system the 25th. And notice here, by the time you get to the 28th, I mean, even the GFS is indicating some very, very cold air in Canada and the northern U.S. And it's just a matter of getting the pattern to support that dumping down to the south and east. And I think with all that cold air close by, it is only a matter of time before we see that cold air pattern return. Still nailing down the timing of it, but I still think roughly by the end of the month or by early February, we're going to get back into a colder pattern, and we'll see if we keep that active southern branch of the jet stream going. We'll see. All right, that's it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Enjoy your weekend. A lot of folks with the 3-day weekend with the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday coming up on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great day, and God bless.